inspiration, and new knowledge that is useful for all you. Thank you for your attention and patience today. Let's begin our journey towards a deeper understanding of colloid system. First of all, we can see the identity of the two journals that have been compared. We give you 1 minute to read. For the next point, explained by Andika.
Okay, we will find out the summary of this group. For the first is about the net of microgel. Gels are three-dimensional networks of polymer macromolecules that can swell when exposed to solvents like water. When their size is reduced to the colloidal range, they are termed nanogels for sizes below 100 nanometers and microgels for larger objects up to the micron range. Nano and microgels exhibit properties of macromolecules, colloids, and surfactants. Similar to macromolecules, they are soft and exhibit rapid response to changes in solvent quality by undergoing local conformational changes. Microgels can quickly change their shape or structure in response to alterations in their environment. Additionally, these gels share characteristics with colloids, as they can crystallize at high volume fractions. Colloids are particles suspended in a medium, and their ability to form crystals at certain concentration is a key characteristic. Furthermore, nano and microgels behave like surfactants by absorbing at interfaces and reducing interfacial tension. Surfactants are compounds that lower the surface tension between two passes, such as liquid, or liquid-gas interfaces. The unique properties of functional nano and microgels stem primarily from their dynamic, first network-like architecture. This porous structure allows them to absorb and retain significant amounts of solvent within their matrix, leading to swelling behavior. Moreover, their ability to swell in different solvents and their deformability make them versatile materials with various applications in fields such as drug delivery, tissue engineering, and responsive materials. 2. Microgel synthesis. The synthesis of nano and microgels involve a meticulous selection of constituent materials, including monomers, cross-linkers, and initiators. One method employed, known as precipitation polymerization, utilizes copolymerization to customize the chemical structure and introduce functional groups into the colloidal polymer network. In a specific case, copolymer microgels are synthesized through precipitation polymerization using NIPM, MA, and FA. The resulting microgels include PNIPM as a reference sample and PNIPM co-FA with carboxylate groups localized in the corona. These synthesized microgels are utilized as seeds in styrene polymerization. The arrangement of carboxylate groups within the microgel structure plays a pivotal role in determining the location of styrene polymerization, thus impacting the morphology of the composite microgel's form. Precise control over the chemical functionality within microgels during precipitation polymerization enables the production of microgels with specific properties and structures. For example, by modifying microgels with carboxylate groups present in the core or corona, distinct properties and behaviors can be engineered. This control over chemical functionality is crucial because it influences the physical and chemical properties of microgels, including solubility, water absorption capacity, surface reactivity, and the ability to bind or release target molecules. Consequently, by regulating the chemical functionality of microgels, it becomes possible to design microgels tailored for various applications, such as drug delivery, nanomedicine, biomaterials, and more. And three, microgels with complex architectures. The synthesis of microgel with intricate architectures like core, shell, or multilayer colloids has been a prominent area of research in the past decade. One fascinating morphology is the temperature-responsive microgel with a core or shell structure. In the setup, the microgel surface coating is based on a core shell design, where the core and shell consist of two different polymer materials with a significant contrast in the lower critical solution temperatures, or LCST. In a system described by cores and colleges, the microgel shell has a lower LCST. Consequently, when the temperature rises, the shell contracts first, compressing the core. Conversely, as the temperature decreases, the core tends to swell first, but is restricted by the still cold shell. This phenomenon arises due to the varying temperature responsiveness between the microgel core and shell. At high temperatures, the contracting shell compresses the core, forming a solid core shell structure. However, when the temperature drops, the still cold shell hampers the core from fully swelling. This temperature-responsive characteristic opens up diverse potential applications for microgels with such complex architectures. For example, they can be employed in drug delivery systems regulated by body temperature or in sensor systems responsive to temperature changes. Moreover, by utilizing polymer materials with distinct responsive properties for the microgel core and shell, interactive coating can be designed to respond to various external stimuli, such as pH or ionic concentration. For the next point, explained by Dia.
Okay, I will continue the comparative journal. 1. Colloidal molecules through control clustering Rota's colloidal molecules. Our particles range from 1 to 1000 nanometers in size, consisting of solid or liquid substance dispersed within another medium. The controlled clustering of colloidal molecules involves a series of interaction mechanisms allowing colloidal particles to form specific structures. The clustering process begins with the preformed isotropic colloidals, where colloidal particles are evenly dispersed within a medium. This occurs when the surrounding medium is removed, causing colloidal particles to come closer together. Capillary condensation is another mechanism involved in colloidal molecule clustering. This happens when colloidal particles draw surrounding liquid through capillary pores. These forces also play a role in colloidal molecule clustering, as colloidal particles can be attracted to each other through these pores. It involves the formation of chemical bonds between atoms or molecules in colloidal particles, leading to formation of more complex structure. DNA hybridization is a process where DNA molecules form bonds with colloidal particles. 2D and 3D geometric confinement is a method to control the clustering of colloidal molecules into specific structure. Additionally, various unusual polyhedral structure can also form through this controlled clustering. 2. Colloidal molecules through controlled separation phenomenon emulsion polymerization is the process in which polymer particles form through chemical reaction within water in the form of stable colloidal dispersion, known as latex. In emulsion polymerization, particle formology can be controlled by sequentially adding different monomers during the polymerization process. One morphology that can form in emulsion polymerization is particles with a core shell structure. In emulsion polymerization, controlling the morphology of polymer particles is essential as it can influence the properties and performance of the resulting polymer material. Thus, emulsion polymerization enables precise control over the morphology of the formed polymer particles, including the formation of core shell structure and anisotropic morphologies like snowman-like structure. Three colloidal molecules stroke controlled surface migration and growth. By regulating in the silanol density on the surface of inorganic nanoparticles, we can control the number and size of PS nodules formed during emulsion polymerization. Higher silanol density result in more pH nodules, leading to the production of large hybrid polymer particles. It's important to note that emulsion polymerization with superior growth allows better control over the morphology and size of hybrid polymer particles. The next continue by Malaysia.
Okay.
Ya, siapa selanjutnya ini? Who's next? Halo? Who's next? Siapa selanjutnya? Hah?
Mesya.
Oh, saya unmute ya. Ya. Oke, coba kamu unmute. Coba, Meisya, kamu unmute. Udah ya? Oke, silakan.
Next, we can see results of journal analysis. The first is advantage of main journal. First, provides in-depth knowledge about nanogels and microgels, covering application, recent developments, and future trends. Second, offers a holistic understanding of the topic. Third, offers insight into real-world application, making it valuable for research and professionals seeking practical knowledge. Fourth, due to its discussion of recent advancements, the information provided is current, giving readers the latest findings in this field. Next, disadvantage of main journal. First, too technical for readers without a background in nanotechnology or related files, limiting its accessibility to a broader audience. And the last, specifically focused on nanogel and microgels, which might not provide a comprehensive overview of all colloidal concepts. For the next point, explained by Bella.
Okay, next, I will explain the weakness of the main journal. The first, too technical for readers without a background in nanotechnology or related fields, limiting its accessibility to a broader audience. Next,
The second specifically because nanogels and microgels, which might not provide a comprehensive overview of a colloidal concept. Next, comparative journal. I will explain the weakness of the comparative journal. The first, due to its theoretical nature, the content uses complex scientific terminology, making it challenging for non-experts to understand. The second, more focused on theoretical concept than practical application, which could limit its usefulness for professionals seeking applicable knowledge. Next, speaker.
Conclusion, the journal Nanogels and Microgels from model colloids to application, we can recent developments and future trends diverse developed into nanogels and microgels, providing relevant insight on their practical application. Colloidal molecules and petri particles, complementary concepts, synthesis, and self-assembly. Explores the concept of colloidal molecules and petri particles. Suggestion, the critical journal's review discusses colloid science, acknowledging its imperfection and areas for improvement. Despite its shortcomings, the review invites readers to provide suggestions and critiques that can add the quality of the paper. Next to Shakira.
Next was a question and answer session, which was held in two sessions. In each session, we opened 5 questions. During the discussion process, the audience is expected to be calm. For friends who want to ask questions, please raise your hand.
Siapa yang mau bertanya nih? Ada yang mau bertanya enggak? Hah?
Gimana cara nanya?
Kenapa? Cara nanya?
nanya?
Ya tanyalah. Kenapa? Cara tanya dalam bahasa Inggris.
Miss, ma'am,
Kenapa?
a question, ma'am. Okay.
Please.
For
Question to group 1, isn't it?
yeah, I'm Maris Kota and from group number 3. And then my question is, I think your PPT is good, but your PPT is not explaining how to call it in chemistry. And my question is, what is called in chemistry in colloid of molecules?
Apa pertanyaannya itu? Coba. Bisa jawab nggak kelompok 1?
Like how, and then explain, please, what is colloid in chemistry? Colloid of molecules.
Colloid molecule in chemistry.
Chemistry, yes.
Colloid molecule in chemistry. Okay. Group 1, do you need time to discuss among yourself before answering Maria's question? Okay, Maria, to make your question more clear for group 1 to answer, is it possible for you to write down your question on our WhatsApp group?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, please. please do so. Okay. Any other question for group 1? Even though like during question, like your English is not perfect, it doesn't matter, right? Because this is our way to practice, yeah. Because like this is not our first language. Of course, we won't be able to fluently ask question in English, right? But no matter what, this is like a place for you to practice, because no one will judge you here, even though your English is not good. Okay. Okay. Any other question? Any other question? Okay. No more, I guess. Okay, group 1, please answer Maria question. Can you guys answer Maria question? So Maria asks, oh, please explain and make an example. Maria, if you write down example like yeah, don't make because we have e, a focal at the beginning of the letter, you a sentence at the beginning of the word you have a focal letter. Okay, so you don't use a but n. Please explain and make an example. What's a colloid in chemistry? So basically, Maria asking a definition in colloid. Okay. Group 1.
Okay. I'm here. I will answer from the question from Maria. In chemistry, a colloid is a mixture in which small particles of one substance are dispersed evenly throughout another substance. The particles in a colloid are larger than individual molecules but smaller than what can be seen with the naked eye. Colloids can exist in various states, such as liquid, solid, or gas dispersed in a different medium. Here's an example. Milk is a common colloid. It consists of hot droplets dispersed in water. The hot droplets are the colloidal particles, and they are evenly distributed throughout the liquid. This dispersion is what gives milk its white, opaque appearance. The fat droplets are too small to settle out, which is a characteristic of colloids. Another example is fog, which consists of tiny water droplets suspended in the air. These droplets are larger than individual gas molecules but small enough to remain suspended in the atmosphere, creating the foggy appearance. I think that's all.
Maria.
How about you, Maria?
Maria,
Yes, ma'am.
is it clear for you?
I think it's clear.
Yeah, okay. Okay, now it's common for me. I think I'm quite satisfied with group 1. Okay, especially the way you choose your journal. This is like a high impact journal. Yeah, you use American Chemical Society journal. This is one of the most high impact journal in the world, not in Indonesia, in the world, right? So I'm quite satisfied. I know this is not an easy journal to read. Okay, I bet you guys takes you guys like a long time to understand the journal. Okay, so I think I am satisfied. Okay, this is Langmuir. This is like a famous journal, and then the second journal also you choose like from a famous journal, Royal Society of Chemistry, Chemical Society Review. Okay, so both of the journal that you choose are a journal that are not easy to publish there. Okay, so whenever a researcher able to publish into this journal, then it means people from chemistry society are confident with the result. Okay, so that's the first thing that I'm satisfied with group 1. The second thing is the way you organize your slide. See, I don't see any paragraph. Everything are in point. So and it's neat. It's beautiful. So I like it. Okay. The only thing that I see is you make a mistake in one of the word here. Yeah. I guess you guys see I corrected the way you type it, but this is basically only typo. I believe you guys know that's a mistake, right? That will be the second thing that I'm satisfied with you. The third thing is the way you present. Yeah, the way you present. The English, I don't have that many correction because I know this is like probably this is your first time presenting in English. Is it true? Right? This is the first time you guys present in English?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So I think for the first time, this is quite good. Okay, this is good. Okay, okay, I'm proud of you. Good job. Okay, keep up the good work. Okay, okay. So not only for Bahasa Inggris Kimia class, you guys do a good job. In other class, you also need to do a good job. Okay, give applause to group 1. Okay, okay, good job group 1. Now, how about group 2? Do you guys have your PowerPoint ready? Group 2? Group group 2, Dinda, are you group 2? Dinda? Hmm? Dinda or Grandy?
Grandy, ma'am.
Grandy, okay. Grandy, can you share your PowerPoint file or do you want to share it by yourself?
Maaf, ma'am, sebelumnya. Tapi anggota kelompok kami ada yang nggak hadir, ma'am. Jadi kami 3 orang jadinya, ma'am.
Nggak apa-apa lah. Atau mau
Bisa nggak, ma'am, untuk
ditunda? Skip, mau skip grup 3 langsung?
Iya, ma'am, tunda dulu, ma'am.
Oke, grup 3?
Iya, ma'am.
Ya.
Kami, ma'am.
Oh, kalian udah ready belum?
Udah, ma'am.
Ya, oke. Kalian mau share slide kalian sendiri atau mau saya yang ituin? Saya aja. Hah? Kalian nggak
Share
mau
screen sendiri aja ya, ma'am.
Oh, boleh.
Bawa laptop, ma'am.
Boleh share screen. Tapi kirim juga PowerPoint kalian ke grup ya.
Ya, ma'am.
Karena biar
Sebentar ya, ma'am.
ya, oke, silakan. Okay. Kelihatan.
Okay, good morning, everyone. First, I respect your lecture. Ma'am, Elfrida Ginting SSI MSc PhD, and we are from group 3, which is contains of me, Utari Nurhaja Saragi, Elvi Sartika Purba, Emmanuel Veron Silitinga, Hiritonga, Maria Sipahutar, Nyola Siregar, and Rindu Antika. So here I will explain about introduction about critical journal review. First, critical journal review is an important from a segment in the curriculum KKNI Unimed. Critical journal review is the activity of reviewing a journal in order to understand what it presented in a journal. CGR is an important thing because it can train our ability to analyze and evaluate the discussion presented by research and can facilitate and understand the core discussion of the journal. Therefore, every student must have the competence to read and analyze journal or so the research discussed can be fully understood by students. B. Purpose of writing critical journal review. The purpose of writing CGR is as follows. 1. As an completion of KKNI, a segment from the chemistry English course. 2. Train student ability to analyze and critique journal. 3. Make it easier to understand the essence of journal writing. 4. Heading insight for writers and readers and knowing the advantages and the weakness of the journal. And the benefits of critical journal review. The benefit of writing a critical journal review as follows. 1. Help readers know the general feature and assessment of a journal in summary. 2. As a reference for the information of the journal. 3. Know the background of the reason why the journal was created. 4. Become an evaluation material in making a journal in the next publication. So the next will my friends continue. Okay, chapter 2, discussion. Identify of reviewed articles and journal. First, journal, article title, determination of molecular weight of synthetic sugars by measuring the freezing point dispersion or colligative properties. Year published, 2015. Article author, Dr. Fatia Muhammad Ibrahim. Journal name, International Journal of Science and Research. City, Khartoum, Sudan. ISSN 2319-7064. 2. Second journal. Article title, Implementation of the Problem-Based Learning Model to Improve the Skill and Creative Thinking of Students on Material Colligative Properties of Solution. Year published, 2023. Article author, Anita Deborah Simangunsong. Journal name, Educational Scientific Journal. City, Pematang Siantar, Indonesia. ISSN 2722-5194. My friends will be continue the next explain.
I'm going to explain about brief summary of journal content. Colligative properties are properties of solution that depend on the ratio of the number of solid particles to the number of solvent molecules in a solution. They are independent of the nature of the solution particles. This ratio can be related to various units of solution concentration. Fundamentally, colligative properties are solvent properties that change due to the presence of a solute. Solute particles displace some solvent molecules in the liquid phase, thus reducing the solvent concentration, making colligative properties independent of the nature of the solute. Point depression. Colligative of unknown would be estimated point depression often decrease that the freezing point of the solvent. Example include salt in water, alcohol in water. The resulting solution or solid mixture has a lower freezing point than the pure solvent or pure solid. This phenomenon is what causes the water, a mixture of salt and other substance in water, to remain in a liquid state at temperature below 0, which is the freezing point of pure water. Freezing point depression depends on the number of solid particles, ion or molecules dissolved in the solvent and is not dependent on intensity or concentration of the particles. The addition of a solid results in a decrease in the freezing point of the pure solvent, and this difference is measured through cryoscopy. This freezing point depression properties solved ideally depend on the change in entropy of the solution when the solid dissolves, which is determined by the number of solid molecule or ion, does not depend on their structure. This occurs whenever a non-volatile solid is added to a pure solvent, such as water, and the temperature change is directly related to the molecular weight of the solid. In this study, the molecular weight was determined using freezing point depression. The freezing point of the synthetic sugar solution, as well as that of pure water, was measured. The difference between the temperature allows for the calculation of molality and the molecular weight of the synthetic sugar. The next point will explain by my friend.
Advantage and weakness of the main journal. In terms of content scope, in accordance with the content of the journal, we have review and delves into the concept colligative properties of solution. Just like Mons journal, the topic of colligative properties of solution has been strongly discussed with the journal. It also explains the applicable formulas related to the colligative properties of solution. However, the journal specifically focus is discussion on the colligative properties of solution, which is freezing point depression. This alike with its main title, determination of molecular weight of synthetic sugar by measuring the freezing point depression or colligative properties. Grammar aspect. In line with the requirements of CGR, which we have fulfilled with involves discussing an international journal,
The journal we select written in English. In other words, the journal contains a substantial amount of English vocabulary and enrich the reader's vocabulary, layout, writing style, and font usage. The journal we have discussed maintains a contains font style. It uses Times New Roman with frame for size. The large title uses a font size of 24. The subheading uses a font size of 12, and the main content uses of size of 10. The variation of font size help identify the major title, subheading, and the journal main content.
Okay, I want to explain the second journal. It's a brief summary of journal contents. The PBL learning model aims to develop student learning outcomes. This learning model explains the student work in groups and are effective in the teaching and learning process. What is PBL? This PBL, this model can improve the quality of the learning process and the learning outcomes from cycle 1 to cycle 2. Based on results, this research in authorient toward classroom action research, or meaning is CAR, CER, and then the center concept of Carl Lewin's classroom action research includes 4 elements: planning, action, observation, and revelation. The summary tools used were observation sheets, questionnaires, group discussions, and session question. The freezing point expression properties should easily depend on the change in entropy of the solution when the solid dissolves, which is determined by the number of solid molecules or ion, but is not the structure. The next, this occurs whenever a non-volatile solid is added to pure solvent, such as water, and the temperature change is directly related to molecular weight of the solid. In the study, the molecular weight is determined using freezing point expression, and then the freezing point of the synthetic sugar solution as well is not pure of water was measured. The difference between these two temperatures allows, and then the calculation of the molality and the molecular weight of the synthetic sugar. Next, my partner can explain it. Okay, I will explain about advantage and weakness of the second journal. Number 1, in terms of content scope, the scope of the article is good because it includes the understanding according to experts about eviction and several forms of eviction, as well as example of each of the four effects mentioned. But there is still shortcomings, namely that it comes from to tailor theoretical study of the PBL learning and only utilize one definition from experts. Number 2, grammar aspects. The language used is straightforward and in accordance with the KBBI and EBI, so it is easy to read. Moreover, this is coupled with the use of italicized words in the effects being studied. But there are several parts of the writing that make readers confused, such as the use of inappropriate spacing and unclear paragraphs. Number 3, layout, writing style, and font usage. The first journal is good and neat. Use correct spacing, correct font size, and neat layouts. Okay, thank you for explain about the advantage and weakness of the second journal. Thank you.
Okay, next, conclusion. In the two journals that have been reviewed, we found that the journal is still related to the main topic in our text, namely the qualitative properties of solution. However, there are difference between the two journals, where the first journal discusses the concept of the qualitative property of the solution, with emphasis one of the qualitative property of solution, namely decreased in freezing point, while the second journal disputes how to apply the PBL learning system in chemistry lesson related to the qualitative property of solution. So that's all our presentation. So are there any questions?
Are there any questions from other group? No? Nggak ada. Ada pertanyaan nggak? Saya dulu kasih komen ya. Kalian jurnalnya nggak nyambung loh ini. Oh ini si Cindy. Cindy mau bertanya apa Cindy?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. What do you want to
My
ask?
name is Cindy Andres. My question is, in a paper explained that freezing point depression properties solve ideally depend on the change in entropy of the solution when the solid dissolves, which is determined by the number of salt molecules or ions but does not depend on their structure. Can you give an example of the nature of freezing point depression of our daily lives, which we do very often?
Okay, the group 3, you need time to discuss Cindy's question. Okay, Cindy.
I will answer.
Huh?
I will answer question from Cindy. The decrease is the freezing point makes it more difficult for a solution to freeze. We can observe this in sugar solution. This is a simple example of the concept of freezing point depression. If you freeze full water, it will take less than time than a sugar solution. This is because the sugar solution has a lower freezing point. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Cindy, are your question answered? Cindy? Huh? Is it clear?
Iya,
Jelas
ma'am.
nggak? Jelas nggak? Sudah jelas? Sudah? Oke. Ada lagi? Are there any question? No? Okay, I'm gonna give a comment. Yes. Yes, Andika.
My name is Andika Februan Bungan. I'm from Group 1. I want to ask, how do collegiate properties such as boiling point elevation and freezing point depression relate to the number of solute particles in a solution? Can you provide real-life examples where these properties have practical application? Thank you.
Okay, for Andika, wait a moment for our group can answer it. Okay, guys, I will answer question from Andika. The question is, how do colligative properties such as boiling point, elevation, and freezing point, the pressure, relate to the number of solute particles in solution? Can you provide real life example where the properties have practical applications? I will answer. Colligative properties like boiling point, elevation, and freezing point, depression are directly related to the number of solute particles in solution. These properties depend on the concentration of solute particles, not the type of solute. The key relationship are as follow. I will number one, boiling point elevation. When non-volatile solute is added to a solvent, it reduces the vapor pressure of the solvent. This means that the solution needs to reach a higher temperature to boil compared to the pure solvent. Number three, freezing point depression. Adding a solute to a solvent lowers the freezing point of solution compared to the pure solvent. Practical example of these properties include number one, winter wood maintenance. Number two, food preservation. Number three, anti-freeze in cars. Number four, boiling pasta. This real-life application illustrate the practical importance of colligative properties and Fourier's fields. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, that's clear.
Okay, good. Are there more questions? No? Okay. Group 3, yeah. I just want to comment one thing. The journal that you choose are not correlated, okay? You cannot use those two journal as a comparison, okay? Because one journal are talking about pure colloid, right? But the other journal is talking about how you teach colloid, okay? So you cannot compare those two journals because those two journals are totally different, yeah? Okay, you guys are chemistry, not chemical education, right? Not chemistry education. So I don't think it's quite correct if you choose the second journal. The second journal is for education, chemical education major. Okay? Ya.
Okay, ma'am.
Jadi maksud saya jurnal kalian kan satu berbicara tentang koloid, ya. Yang kedua berbicara tentang bagaimana mengajarkan koloid, ya kan? Nah, itu nggak berkaitan. Beda tadi dengan grup 1. Grup 1 kan dua jurnal itu berbicara tentang koloid kan. Jadi bisa mereka bandingkan, tapi kalian itu dua hal yang berbeda ya. Dua hal yang berbeda. Jadi lain kali misalnya kalau kalian mau membandingkan jurnal pembanding, ambil aja jurnal yang ada di reference-nya, di bibliografinya, di daftar pustakanya. Nah, kalau begitu pasti dia langsung berhubungan gitu ya. Oke. Nah, apalagi kalian prodi kimia. Kalian kan bukan prodi pendidikan kimia kan? Nah, jadi lebih cocok kalau misalnya kalian pilih yang topiknya tentang koloid gitu. Jangan cara mengajarkan koloid. Oke? Grup 3? Oke.
Oke, Ma'am.
Moderatornya menutup ya. Kenapa Maria?
Oke.
I said thank you for critical.
Oke, good. Oke, moderatornya siapa ini tadi?
Saya, Ma'am.
Oke, silakan ditutup.
Okay, that's all our presentation. Thank you for attention and thank you, ma'am, for the critical. And thank you. Good morning, all.
Okay, let's give applause to group 3. Yeah, let's give applause. Okay. Now, next, group 2, Grandika. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to present your work?
Ya, Bu.
Ya. Sudah? Sudah ready?
Belum juga, Mem. Belum hadir juga kawan-kawanku, Mem.
Grup 4 kalau gitu.
Grup 3.
Grup 4. Kenapa mereka nggak hadir? Hah? Sakit. Siapa itu? Siapa grup 3? Siapa grup 3 yang nggak, ya grup 2 yang nggak hadir itu? Coba saya cek ya. Oke, grup 4 kalau gitu, grup 4 sudah siap. Yang nggak hadir siapa? Ini kayaknya hadir semua ini. Yang nggak hadir Ripka Nadiati nih. Kalau di absensi hampir semua hadir. Siapa yang nggak hadir? Hah? Grandika, siapa yang nggak hadir? Ini kalau dari absensi?
Ayo, udah hadir ternyata, Mem. Si Ripka, Mem.
Nggak hadir?
Hadir,
Udah
Mem.
hadir, berarti udah bisa kan?
Gitu,
Bisa nggak? Karena
Oke, Mem.
dari sini
Siap, Mem.
mana ada semua hadir ini. Ya kan? Kecuali Ripka tadi mungkin terlambat dia masuk ya.
Tadi emang nggak hadir.
Si Ripka.
Tadi nggak hadir.
Iya, Mem. Tadi belum hadir semua, Mem.
Sekarang udah hadir.
Sudah, Mem.
Tadi waktu saya panggilin kok pada hadir. Oke, nggak apa-apa lah. Yuk, mulailah. Mulai Grandika.
Berarti dimulai kan, Mem?
Ya, mulailah. Kalau udah hadir, ngapain ditunda-tunda lagi? Ya kan? Kita cuma punya waktu beberapa menit lagi kan? Berarti nanti yang lain kita lanjutkan.
Ya, bentar, Mem. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Let's hurry and my friends that express out your. Belum dipilih itu kan?
Belum di-share.
Videonya belum, Mem.
Belum. Kamu share lah.
Tapi udah share tadi, Mem.
Oh, jadi saya yang share. Ya, oke, nggak apa-apa.
Ya, maaf, Mem.
Apa, nggak masalah. Bentar ya. Yang kamu punya yang Grandika ini ya. Oke. Kamu kirim PDF ya. Ya kan?
Bentar, latihan dulu aku.
Kamu kirim PDF kan? Oke. Dulu ya. Biasanya. Oh, dia nih. Oke. Gini aja bisa ya. Bisa gini kan?
Bisa, Mem.
Oke. Mulai.
Good morning, everyone. Let's share and all my friends, let us express our gratitude to the present of our merit good for His will. We can carry out all for is the morning. There is a say that if you don't know, you don't have love you. But I don't think so, because the words of creation and promise spoken by Him are just wishful thing, and only living off with her. Let me introducing myself. My name is Grandi Syotang, my moderator and friends.
My name is Foniatul Nadia Daulay.
Nurul. Nurul.
And Ripka and Uchi Tarigan.
Oke, Nurul. Ripka, why do
Here
you?
we present our critical journal. Let's still wait and understand.
Kayaknya ini grup 2 ini
Next in Uchi.
kerjasama ya.
Uchi.
Okay. Journal identity, main journal title, the effectiveness using Android-based chemical snack and leader, game media on acid and base content towards students' learning outcome for class SMA. Journal name, International Journal of Academic Multidisciplinary Research, volume 6 issue 7, page 194-197, writer Putri Amanda Salsabila, Iswendi, Irfan Ananda Ismail. Year 2022, ISSN 26439670. Next comparative journal title, The Effectiveness of Acid and Base Android-based Ludo Chemistry, Game Media on Students' Cognitive Learning Outcomes. Journal names, Pedagogy Journal, Journal of Educational Research and Development. Volume number 3, page 851970. Writer Aulia Khairani Iswendi. Year 2023, ISSN 27224627. Next, Pony will continue.
Okay. Acid and base material is a basic concept to be able to understand further materials, such as acid-base titration, ion balance in salt solution, and buffer solution. Acid and base material have factual, conceptual, and procedural knowledge. Factual knowledge of acid and basic materials, namely determining the pH of acid and bases. Conceptual knowledge of acid and bases, namely knowledge knowledge of Arrhenius, Bronsted-Lowry, and Lewis acid-base theories, as well as acid-base concept and pH calculation. Procedural knowledge of acid and base materials, namely knowledge of how to test acid and base solution. In the learning process, students are required to be active in doing exercise in order to strengthen the concept so that learning outcome in series. Next, Ripka Nadiati Pakpahan.
Ripka, kenapa nggak mulai presentasinya?
Next, Ripka Nadiati Pakpahan.
Kalau misalnya ada anggota yang nggak aktif, jangan ditaruh di tugasnya. Oke? Kalian nggak boleh misalnya kasihan enggak. Kalau ada yang nggak aktif nggak usah ditaruh ya. Nah, karena ini kelompok semua harus kontribusi. Ada nggak dia di Zoom ini?
Ada, ma'am.
Jadi kenapa belum presentasi? Jadi kelompok.
Next is comparative journal.
Oke. Kenapa lama kali, Nak Ripka?
No, ma'am. Next is journal summary of comparative journal. Acid and base are one of the materials taught in chemistry lesson, especially in 11th grade high school chemistry subjects for natural science major. The concept taught in this material include acid-base theory, characteristic of acid and base, and the concept of acid and base oxides and amphoterism, measuring the degree of acidity or pH. Dissociation constant of acid and base, how to verify acid and base solutions, and ion balance of acid solution and base. Determining the pH of acidic and basic species is one element of the dimension of factual knowledge. Conceptual, the knowledge contained in this material is the theory of Arrhenius, Bronsted-Lowry, and Lewis, and the equilibrium reaction of acid and base solution. At the same time, the procedural knowledge contained in the acid-base concept is how to measure the pH of solution with various indicators.
Okay.
Okay. Next.
Next will be presented by Nurul.
Next, advance and disadvantage. One main journal, advantage. This journal abstract explains the contents of journal, has variable and data that make the journal understandable, and disadvantage. The overall journal is good, so it is difficult for the author
to find shortcomings. 2. Comparative journal. Advantage. This journal abstract explains the context of journal. Use short and clear language so it is easy to understand. Disadvantage. The journal does not attach data. Next, Nurul continue.
Next, Nurul Hadawiyah, Chapter 3. A conclusion. Based on research result, data processing and data analysis, conviction of the effectiveness of using the Android-based chemical snake and ladder game on HTML-based material on linear outcome. I can be convinced that the host of chemical snake and ladder game can effectively improve student learning outcome in student of class 9 SMA. This is evidenced by the endgame follow that the increase in cognitive learning outcome of experimental class student as X category will the control class as medium category. 2. Comparative journal. According to the findings of the study, the utilization of HTML-based chemistry Ludo games on an Android platform is proven to be highly effective enhancing student cognitive learning outcome in the experimental class. Categorizing it as high compares the control class X moderate outcome the appendage. Thank you.
Okay. I'm sorry you have listened to understood. So if you feel you don't understand and don't understand, thank you. A question. Aku bilang.
Ada yang bertanya.
Saya yang kasih komen dulu ya. Saya agak terganggu dengan cara grup 2 ini presentasi. Kayaknya kalian kurang komunikasi nih, benar? Hah? Kurang komunikasi.
Enggak, Mem. Semalam memang udah dibahas.
Flow-nya nggak bagus. Kenapa flow-nya nggak bagus? Kalau udah didiskusikan sama-sama. Hah? Jadi kalau saya sih prinsipnya kalau ada anggota yang nggak kerja, keluarkan dari grup. Nah, nggak usah dapat nilai, oke? Nggak boleh kita, maksudnya ya nanti di dunia kerja juga kan, kalaupun ada teamwork, kalau misalnya kalian nggak kerja ya nggak berhak dapat gaji, benar nggak? Kalau kita ini kan masih sekolah, berhak nilai kalau yang nggak ini. Karena yang lain tadi grup yang lain kan lancar kan, benar kan? Lancar. Kalian lancar dari awal pun sudah bilang belum ada hadir. Nah, tapi di absensi saya cek tadi hadir semuanya. Satulah tadi yang nggak tahu kenapa si Ripka ini nggak hadir dari awal. Oke? Nah, saya rasa maksudnya gini ya, kan kita presentasi ini akan terlihat baik kalau semua kerjasamanya baik ya. Kalau misalnya ini kan grup work, kalau nggak bagus kerjasamanya ya nggak bagus. Oke. Nah, jadi itu yang pertama ya, kalian flow-nya nggak bagus. Kedua, pemilihan jurnal kalian juga kalian pilih jurnal pendidikan ya. Kalian kimia kan?
Ya, ma'am.
Jurnal-jurnal kimia yang saya kan nggak minta jurnal kimia yang baru kan. Nah, misalkan apapun jurnal-jurnal kimia awal 2000-an, saya nggak masalah. Misalkan dia tepat dengan Oke. Lain ada pertanyaan?
Thank you, ma'am.
Yang lain ada pertanyaan? Ada? Nggak ada. Yakin nggak ada? Oke. Oke, sekarang berarti grup 4 ya. Grup 4. Grup 4 apakah sudah mengirimkan ininya ke saya, PPT-nya? Belum ya? Grup 4 mau share sendiri? Grup 4 siapa?
Ini ditutup, Ma'am.
Oh, ditutup. Sorry, itulah saking saya kecewanya ya. Sampai saya lupa. Oke, ditutup.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Thank you all friends for listening to my material for start to finish. And I progress it for the shortcomings that our presentation. And there are really cool to question for Nelson Mandela. Education is the place forward in the world because with education you can change the world. And thank you. That's
Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Grandy. I think Bella, is there anything that you want to say?
Ma'am, ini kan kemarin si BR sama si GR itu saya nggak ngirim, maksud saya telat. Cuman kadang baru sadar tadi Komting bilang itu si BR sama si GR-nya harus dikirim ke Sipda. Jadi saya udah kirim tadi, ma'am.
Oke, nggak apa-apa. Oke, lupa upload di Sipda ya.
Karena ya saya pikir setelah presentasi sudah nggak usah dikirim ke Sipda gitu.
Dikirim lah, kan beda kan komponennya. Nanti si BR itu ada 2 komponen penilaiannya kan, makalahnya dengan kalian presentasi ya. Nah, si GR ini pun ada 2 komponen, nah makalahnya dengan presentasi. Jadi makalahnya jangan lupa juga kalian upload di Sipda ya.
Ya, baik.
Oke, saya udah ada buka linknya kan. Oke, ya udah. Ayo kita berikan applause ke grup 2 ya. Berikan applause. Kira-kira ini kita masih sempat nggak presentasi untuk grup 4? Masih sempat nggak? Kalau nggak sempat lagi kita lanjutkan Senin, ya.
Iya.
Hah? Kita lanjutkan Senin? Hah?
Iya.
Oke. Kalau kita lanjutkan Senin, kita akhiri kelas ini ya. Ada berapa grup yang bagus? Ada grup juga yang perlu improve ya. Berarti kan di sini kan kita ada grup yang teamworknya bagus gitu ya. Nah, kualitas dari presentasi kalian tidak hanya ditentukan oleh 1 orang ya. Jadi kan itu teamwork. Jadi kalau misalnya teamwork kalian nggak bagus, itu terpancar dari cara kalian presentasi ya. Terpancar dari kualitas slide kalian, terpancar dari pemilihan jurnal kalian, terpancar dari flow-nya kalian presentasi. Oke. Nah, tapi untuk pertama kali kalian presentasi dalam bahasa Inggris, semua kalian did a good job. Okay, I'm proud of you all. Okay, hopefully the next group will do better than this group. Okay, see you on Monday.
See you, ma'am.
See you later,
Thank you,
Have a
ma'am.
nice weekend.